Shaliza Sundays on 105.9 The Region.
What's going on? You're listening to 105.9 The Region. This is Shaliza Sundays. This afternoon, I am joined by artist AIM, who is a Canadian artist. And AIM, you're quite accomplished in the industry, I would say. You've covered a lot of different genres.
It's been a little bit of a journey. I have always been into kind of every kind of music, even from when I was a young kid. And I got into country music because I'm kind of a country girl. I ride horses and drive tractors and things like that. So I went by Amy Metcalf in the country world, and I just felt like I didn't have enough creative space in that genre. And so recently I just switched.
Is it kind of like a new identity almost?
Yeah, a little bit. I feel like as you get older, you care less what people think.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, in country music, it was kind of always like, will this play on radio? Will this be good in a saloon? And I just kind of wanted to stop thinking about, would this be good in this, and this situation, and just wanted to make music that was more of a feel and less of a genre.
It's all about doing what makes you happy, right? Is that pretty much why you sort of made the switch?
Yeah, I just felt like a lot of things that were negative in country music would be positives in other genres, and I just felt like I was kind of swimming upstream a bit, and I thought, why am I doing that? Why don't I just make music that everything I can contribute is a positive to it?
That is the perfect outlook. I love that. And does that make you happy? Is it something that you want to be doing? Are you more passionate about the pop EDM genre?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a kind of a very all over the map person. Like one day I'm doing woodworking, the next day I'm doing photography, and then I'm doing music. And I just felt like within my music, that part of my personality needed to shine through. It needed to, in the production side of things, be able to see that this is kind of an eclectic person, which is who I am. And I just find with art that if the closer you are to yourself, the better it's going to kind of transcend.
And I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so happy when artists are like passionate about what they're doing, because, you know, we often hear about people in the industry who are just doing what they're doing because people told them to, or because they think that that's correct. Or like you mentioned, it'll get good radio play. And tell me about the music scene in Red Deer, Alberta, where you are right now. You mentioned to me that your studio is in your house. That's really cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of been a little bit of an adjustment gig-wise for me, because in country music, you know, I had some billboard success and things like that on the country side of things. And so for gigs with festivals and stuff like that, it was kind of an easier sell. So for me right now in the music scene, I don't know how often you've been to, you know, a venue and seen a pop act who is, you know, middle of the road as far as success-wise. It's not really a common thing. It's kind of like you're either making stuff for release or you're playing big festivals. And so right now I'm kind of in that phase where I'm just working a lot in the studio and trying to get some tracks out to get people to hear what this new project and this new artist is all about. And so that's kind of been my music scene lately. So it doesn't really even really matter where I am at the moment. I'm kind of just in the studio all the time.
Well, that's cool. And you've been working really hard, and you just released this new single called New Melody, which I feel is very self-explanatory. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the song?
Yeah, so New Melody is kind of just about, I think often as human beings, we have these benchmarks and these things that we expect to be at a certain place at a certain age or a certain time, or, you know, you assume that I put in this many hours into this part of my life, that means I get this by this time. I mean, I think if you've experienced life at all, you realize that's not really the case most of the time. And this song is kind of just about embracing where you are, not where you thought you would be, and just kind of writing a new song to that part of your life. For this song, you know, it has kind of an empowering feel, and I hope that's what people can take back from it. In the chorus, it says, "Would you join me if I wrote a new melody?" It's asking the people in your life to be a part of that change and a part of that positive switch in your mindset. And, you know, as most people know, community is so important. I hope it empowers people to kind of embrace where they are and find the things that they love about where they are right now, and ask everybody around them to celebrate in that with them. The music video for this song just released. It's very cool. It was filmed in Drumheller, Alberta, which is where the dinosaur bones are found, and it's just very kind of visually stunning. So I'd love if you guys took a look at that.
Cool. Aim, you mentioned that you've been just working away in the studio. Are you going to release some more singles?
Yeah, so I have a song actually. I almost went past the time for this call-in because I was in the studio right now working on my next single, so it should be out within the next month or so.
Ooh, we're excited about that. And before I let you go, Aim, can you tell us where our listeners can find more information and where we can follow you?
Yes, absolutely. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of the socials is just AIM or AIM Music. You'll find me. And as far as streaming, I'm pretty much available everywhere. I'm very inclusive, so you can find me wherever you stream music under AIM.
Love to hear that. Aim, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
1059 The Region.